Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before I get into more of this content, could you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel? It would really help me out. All right, let's jump into today's topic and we're going to talk about debt recycling. Now, we're going to break down what you can achieve through debt recycling, how you can benefit from it, and how does it actually work. So how can a debt recycling strategy help you? Now, first of all, you need to own your own home to have a go at this strategy. If you don't own property that's your principal place of residence, then this strategy is not going to be for you, because this is where we're going to try and turn your own home from bad debt, as Robert Kiyosaki would say, into good debt. Now, the definition of bad debt is something that doesn't give you a return. So when you buy your own home and you live in it, it's not paying you any passive income. You might be paying down the debt to the bank, but there's no income coming in, therefore it would be considered bad debt. Now, good debt, on the other hand, is when you're going to get passive income coming in from your loan and from the money that you spent on an asset. Now, debt recycling is going to help you achieve several things. It's going to help you repay your current home loan quicker and save more interest. It's going to build your wealth through buying an investment property, and it's going to help increase your tax deductions at the end of each financial year. So those are some great benefits of doing debt recycling. Emily and I have done this strategy ourselves, and I'm going to go through an example very soon. So as I said before, it's only homeowners that have some equity in the property that can really benefit from this strategy. If you've just bought your home and you have no equity in it, then you're not going to be able to recycle the debt. You've got to have your own home and you've got to have available equity that you can potentially use for an investment property. Now, my dog is tearing apart a magazine, buddy. So as I was saying, anyone who has a home loan that has equity available, this is going to be a potential strategy for you. Now, how does debt recycling work? There's really three key steps. Now, the first step is to go back to your bank or go back to your mortgage broker and get a separate investment loan by refinancing and pulling out the current equity you have in your property. Now, Emily and I did this. We went back to our bank, CBA, and we said, hey, we have our own home. We'd like to get a separate investment loan to potentially buy another property. So the bank looked at our position and said, say we had a $300,000 loan, just as example numbers. So we had a $300,000 loan and we'd originally put in $100,000 for a $500,000 property purchase. That would mean we had $100,000 of available equity to draw back to 20% of our capital in the deal. And that would allow us $100,000 in our current house and $100,000 investment loan and $300,000 principal place of residence loan. Now that $100,000 that you can draw out as a separate investment loan can be the deposit for a new property purchase. And it might enable you to buy another $500,000 house with another 20% down for an investment property, which is going to pay you a return from the rental income you're going to receive. You're also going to get tax deductions from the interest on that loan and that property as well. Now, the key here is once you've got that investment income and the tax deductions that you have, is to plow them back into your principal place of residence loan, which is non-tax deductible. So investment loan, tax deductible, and principal place of residence is non-tax deductible. So you pull the equity out, put it into the new deal, make a property purchase, and then all the excess funds that you have go down to paying your own home, because you're not going to get any deductions or income benefits from that property. Now, the great part of debt recycling is the more equity you have in your home, the more that you can change the debt from a owner-occupier loan to an investment loan. And you can continue to draw down in regular periods, like every 12 months to 2 years, to pull the equity out of your own home and push it into investments. That will allow you to make tax deductions on those loans and grow your net worth by increasing your property portfolio and passive income from those properties. Now, debt recycling is not a magic bullet to your property portfolio, and it's not going to give you huge returns in a short time frame. It's just a smart way to leverage your wealth and leverage your equity. For this strategy to work, you do need to be comfortable with debt. And I know some people aren't comfortable with taking on more and more debt for investments, although Emily and I are personally comfortable with growing our wealth by using a large amount of debt, because at the end of the day, we don't think that house prices are going to fall below 10 to 20% in any given year. Even if circumstances were to change in the property market and prices began to fall, property isn't an asset that you can quickly get out of, and we have a long-term view where We plan to hold property for over 10 years plus, and therefore this strategy works for us. Now, I'm not saying it will work for you, but there's so many benefits from it, given that you can leverage yourself in the new property, you can get tax deductions, and you can pay off your home loan faster if you push that additional funds into your principal place of residence loan. That it really might be worth considering the benefits of debt recycling for yourself. Now, dealing with the banks and brokers is becoming more and more of a headache. Government regulatory bodies have put more restrictions around getting home loans and especially getting investment loans, and you have to jump through more and more hoops to get your loans approved, and they want you to provide up-to-date statements, up-to-date income pay slips, all of your bank statements, a breakdown of your living expenses. So be prepared for that when you're going through the process of refinancing. Unfortunately, property is really a game of finance. It all comes down to how well you can structure your loans and make good, savvy investment decisions, and playing that game for the long term. Now, every time you go for a new loan, such as debt recycling and increasing or refinancing your property to get access to equity, you're gonna have to go through this process, and you're gonna have to provide documents to either your broker or your bank to get your loan application approved. But in my view, 10 to 15 or 20 hours of work to get all those papers together and to answer all the questions is totally worth it if you're investing in your future and you're investing in potentially receiving passive income from this property, paying down your bad debt, and growing your good debt that's going to make you more wealthy over the long term. Now, to close this video out, debt recycling can really be a great strategy to grow your wealth and to grow your property investing portfolio. But it's not going to be for everyone. It's important to grow your knowledge in the area of investing and understanding finances to potentially use this strategy, but I'm not saying this is perfect for everyone and their situation. It all comes back to your own goals and how you feel about dealing with more debt and more risk, and whether you can deal with the complexities of that. But in my opinion, the risk versus reward is there, and by going ahead with this strategy and growing your property portfolio, you're more likely to become financially free sooner than if you were to sit back and do nothing. Now, that's just my personal opinion, but I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. So leave a comment on your investing strategies and whether you think debt recycling might be a good idea for you. Drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel down below as well. It really helps me out. I'm trying to grow this channel, so all the interaction that you have with it will help send these videos out to other people. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Oh, snuggly boy. Like and subscribe for George being a snuggly boy. Yeah, subscribe to the channel and he'll get more treats. He's obsessed with ear scratches at the moment. Every morning I wake up, he wants to sneak into our bedroom and get some ear scratches. It's his favorite. Isn't it, buddy?